Okay, now there is one more aspect we need to consider with this passage, and it's an important word. The word translated here as body. This word is sometimes translated as soul. And as you know, people often think soul refers to something immaterial. But as we'll see, that is not the case. The word for body here is Néfesh. And this word doesn't mean anything immaterial. In fact, other animals are also called Néfesh, or bodies as well. Consider, for example, this passage from Genesis 1. God said, "Let the waters abound with living creatures, and let birds fly above the earth in the open expanse of the sky." The word creatures here is Néfesh, and these are simply the creatures of the sea. Obviously, in this text, Néfesh, it doesn't refer to anything immaterial, nor does it refer to anything immortal. But let's go back to the text in Genesis 2. Notice that it says the human became a living Néfesh, and there are two things we can glean from this. First, it doesn't say the human became a Néfesh, he became a living Néfesh. And there's no reason to think the human wasn't already a Néfesh before he became living. And then secondly, we can learn from this that the word Néfesh, it doesn't automatically carry the connotation of life, since if it did, there would be no reason to add the adjective living. And actually, we have a straightforward evidence that ancient Hebrews believed there was a such thing as a dead Néfesh, and this is plainly stated in Numbers 6:6. All the days of his devotizing to Yahweh, he must not come over a dead body. So the word body here is Néfesh. The fact that it is dead lets us know that a Néfesh isn't anything like the popular idea of an immaterial, immortal soul. Plus, this passage shows plainly that Néfesh, at least here, means body, since it's talking about someone becoming ritually defiled by touching a corpse. And there's more to say about the word Néfesh, but that will be covered in a future talk in this series, Supposed Spiritualisms. So with everything we've considered, the view of human nature presented in this text becomes really plain. It doesn't present humans as dual beings, but instead as unitary beings composed of matter and only matter. In other words, it has a materialistic view of human nature.